5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3.
It's just like dance. We're dancing here in the art room. I've got my fellow compatriots here from PTPs. We are here for you, Lakeview Brain Break. So today we're going to be doing some origami. We're going to be doing some origami boats. Mr. Hansen set out the year talking about setting sail this year as Lakers. And right here is a previous project we made with elementary students. And these are all origami boats that make the word Lakeview, or Lakers, excuse me. And so I'm hoping to do something similar to this again. And want to prep you guys on how to make origami and how to do simple folding. And so we're starting with a boat. There's a pretty set procedure for making a boat, so that's what we're going to go with. I also want to point out that I've got my handy-dandy compass with that I had when my son was in Cub Scouts. And this is always to remind me which direction I'm going, and to remember that during this time I should have a direction. And I should always have a plan. So right now our plan is to make origami boats. So we are going to take a blank sheet of paper like this. I suggest having a pen, like a Sharpie or something that you can rub your paper with. Some people use a stick, or you could use a toothpick, popsicle stick. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold the paper which way? Hamburger. So we're going to fold it lengthwise. We're going to fold it in half. When you make that fold, line up your two edges together, then push away from your fingers. And you can take your handy dandy Sharpie and you can press. And I talked about before that if you want a really tight fold and you want your folds crisp and it makes it easier, you flip it over itself again and you do the same thing. And you rub it on there nice and tight. Now, holding your paper so that the opening is on top and the fold is on the bottom, we are going to now fold it lengthwise again, and it's going to fold it in half. I'll do the same thing. I'll put those two edges together. When they're together, I'm going to hold those two edges. I'm going to push away from me. Then I'm going to rub my, and then I'm going to fold it over again onto itself. Now, as I do this, bear in mind if you get a little overfold or something like that, no worries. This is a work in progress, and it will, sometimes those folds happen and sometimes they don't go where you want them to go. But the more you practice, the better you get at it. Mistakes are important in art. So now, I'm going to open it up like a book. I'm going to set it on the table. Then, while it's on the table, I'm going to take the folded corner to my left, and I'm going to bend that folded corner till it goes to the center fold line. When it reaches there, I'm going to hold it down, and I'm going to push towards the fold. And I'm going to take my pen, and I'm going to rub that fold down. So I should have like a dog ear, is what they call this when you do that to a book. So I'm going to go the other side and fold the other side. I want it to match. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to push. Then I'm going to, just like that. Now, once I'm here, it should look like a triangle with a little bit of a tail hanging down. That should be my unfolded section, and that's important to note. Now, I'm going to take my unfolded section, and I'm going to lift it up and over the two triangles or dog ears. So then it makes a bar that goes across the triangles. It's the start of a mouth. Now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to fold the other edge so it matches the other folded edge. So I have two bars that are the same length and same shape. So it makes it look like there's a pyramid floating in the water. Now, you could stop here and you have made a hat. A sailor's hat. Or you could flip it over and now you are Napoleon Bonaparte. However you want to say it. Now, next step, just to make it easier, because these don't like to fold over each other, I tuck one under the other, and then I can tuck both the same side, or I could tuck opposites. But just so that they're once tucked under, they don't have to stay together. Now, I should be able to go this way. So I've got my triangle facing this way. I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to pull it so it opens like this until I make a large square, but it would be a diamond shape like this. Yep. Now, you might want to run a fold on that. Just run your pen over that to make sure that fold stays in place. Okay, so now I should have a folded edge and a non-folded edge. The non-folded edge, which opens up, I'm going to fold in half so the corners meet each other. So this corner is going to fold up and meet that corner. Then I'll rub my pencil on that one to make sure that fold stays in place. I'm going to do the same. I should have one folded edge. It's now a neat little pocket. I could have a hat with a tail.
Ooh.
Yep. So it's more like a rain hat, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. Seaman, the guy that is the on the fish and chips box.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to take the other side and do the same thing. I'm going to fold that edge up. Now I should have, and this is what messed me up before, just so you know, you should have 3 on the folded section like this, like a chicken foot. Yep. Now you're going to take your finger and you're going to go to the folded edge and you're going to open up your folded part, and it might want to fight you, but once you get it open, it should go woo. Okay, and now it's like a tulip about to bloom. Okay, so you could make a whole bunch of these, put a straw on the end, and you got tulips for Easter. Now, once I'm here, I'm going to open it so that it almost goes completely folded like this and makes a triangle again. I don't want to squeeze it tight though, but I'm going to grab lightly with my 2 fingers, and I'm going to pull the paper. Pull the paper. Don't try to pull it. Yep. And then you pull it until it goes flat. Pull it until it goes flat. Nothing went wrong. You just have a...
Oh, your
yeah,
inside
no.
pink. Your inside pink.
Right here. That's just not crimping down. So, when you go, just go.
Smush it.
Yep. So, yeah. What did you do?
I don't know.
What did you do? So, go back. Yeah, so here, here. Oh, nope. You must have, there's a fold in there, but that's okay. Yours is now a seam shape.
I have a really
Check
big.
that out.
I have a really big peak.
It's okay to make mistakes, you guys.
Yep.
Teachers do
So
it too.
we've got different tips. So the inside sail on mine, or the mast, is a point. Miss Gibby, when she opens hers up, hers is a little less like that. But that's okay. We don't have an issue with that. So as you can see, we got a whole bunch of boats going here. You can, if you want this to be waterproof, take a wax crayon, which is a normal kid's crayon, a Crayola, and you rub the whole thing with your wax crayon. Rub the whole thing, and then you might even want to open the inside a little bit and rub on the inside in there. Then it will be waterproof. But it'll resist water would be the better way to say it. And it will float down a little stream when the rain comes, and we get those little streams that form on the side of the road. And when we're done with our having to be in our house, we'll be able to float this down the road. So I hope you enjoyed making your origami boat. I think they're tons of fun. I love the process of folding. There's other cool things that we're going to do with folding. Maybe do some paper airplanes. Maybe make some things that create funny little shapes in our folded paper, and maybe go to a fold-out book kind of thing. So, but those are all things in the future, and we'll see those on our Lakeview Brain Break. Oh, yeah, forgot about the small ones. So the size that you see up here, the big ones on there are a piece of paper that was about this size. So it was a large sheet of paper cut in half. And that makes a boat that is this size. Now, if you take that same sheet of paper and you fold this size, it will make the even smaller boats that you see over here. It just, you have to be a little more nimble. Well, if you got fingers this big, it's easier to make the big ones. But if you have, third and fourth grade fingers, it's easier to make these. Hey, woohoo! Keep setting sail.
Yay!